Can we ever achieve world peace? Is it just a fantasy or an achievable reality? You may have heard of world peace, which is a term that's bandied about rather casually, but do we really know what it means? Does it mean the absence of war? Does it mean the absence of violence? Or does it mean something deeper? An absence of hatred, of intolerance, of fear? Something that we may never be able to achieve, at least not in our lifetime. Has world peace ever been achieved? There have been moments that come close. There have been treaties that have lasted for decades, but never has there been a time when every single person on Earth has lived in peace. Not one single time. And this is not some abstract idea that we are talking about. We are talking about real lives lost to war and violence. Millions of lives lost. In the last century, 2 world wars, 1 Cold War. Who can even begin to comprehend the level of destruction that we are talking about? And this is just the 20th century. This is just the history that we can remember. There have been conflicts in every single generation, in every part of the world, in every civilization. Sometimes these conflicts become unstuck. They remain unresolved for years, for decades. They get passed on from one generation to another. They fester, they boil over, and then the cycle of violence begins again. Are we living through one such moment right now? We are living through a battle for supremacy, a battle between established powers and a rising power, a battle that will define the 21st century. The world is being divided into competing blocks. Alliances are being formed. There's a buildup of weapons. We are living in dangerous times. So the question is, can we still achieve world peace? Can humanity still avoid a third global conflict? There is no guarantee, but there is hope. And this hope lies in our ability to resolve our differences, to talk to each other, to find common ground. This is what the United Nations was set up for, to be a forum for dialogue, to be a platform for all nations to air their differences. But somewhere along the way, the United Nations has lost its way. It is bogged down by bureaucracy, its resolutions diluted by the veto power of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council. If the UN is to regain its relevance, if it is to fulfill the dream of its founders, then it must adapt to the changing times. The world in 2025 is not the same as it was in 1945. We live in a world where every nation is a nuclear power. The stakes are far higher, so the UN must evolve. Dialogue is key, but it must be backed by action. We live in a world where might is often mistaken for right. So to build a case for right, we must strengthen the United Nations, make it more representative, more responsive, more legitimate. Only then can we give meaning to the idea of world peace. Do you agree? Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more meaningful discussion videos.